Thank you, Tim, for that warm introduction. I'll be talking to you today about some of the things you'll need for your operating system and also the platforms that are used with the Zoo Tycoon. According to the Frontier forums this year, Zoo Tycoon is a business simulation. Although first released by Microsoft Windows and Macintosh in 2001, it was ported into the Nintendo DS in 2005. Zoo Tycoon was followed by two expansions, Zoo Tycoon Dinosaur Digs and Zoo Tycoon Marine Mania, both of which were released in 2002. The newest sequel was Zoo Tycoon 2. It was released on the Xbox One and Xbox 360 platforms in November of last year. Some of the things that you will need to ensure that your system operates so you can have the optimal gameplay with Zoo Tycoon is in according to the Microsoft support. It will require the following specifications. Multimedia personal computer with a minimum of a 233 MHz Pentium processor, although I personally recommend 300 MHz for optimal gameplay. Microsoft Windows 95, 98, ME Edition, 2000 or XP. Although, if you work it into compatibility mode, you can use Microsoft Windows 7, 8, and 8.0. You must have a minimum of 32 megabits of RAM, although I personally recommend 128 for the best gameplay. You will need 250 megabits of hard disk space, part of which will require you to operate via a CD-ROM. If you plan on operating on just your CD-ROM, you can get away with the 250. If not, I recommend personally upgrading to 350 for full installation of the game. Your CD-ROM should be a minimum of 4 speed. You should have a Super VGA video display with at least a 4 meg virtual RAM and must be able to support 800 by 600 resolution in 16-bit color. You need a keyboard, a mouse, and they must be able to point for you to use the game. You should have a sound card and speakers. You should at last use DirectX 8. Now I'm going to pass you on to Allyse so she can talk to you further about the game.
By creating a partnership between Higher Solutions and Team A, we can create a revolutionary game product with great success. The specific tasks that will be carried out for this project will be split between Higher Solutions IT department and Team A. This includes, but is not limited to, audience and skill level research, setting, characters, player interaction objectives, rules, limits, platform, and other resources that will be needed for development. Higher Solutions will also be in charge of staffing. This includes the sound team, polygon artist, source code programmers, and testers, who will all be employees of Higher Solutions or Team A to cut back on costs. The time frame for this project will be completed depending on production time, which is the longest stage of development, but we do foresee it being between 8 and 10 months before final national public release. Since much of the initial research and development has already been accomplished by Team A, the team can jump right into developing code, marketing strategies, testing, and other tasks that will be critical to the project. The first phase of the project primarily will be dedicated to the coding and testing of the product. The second phase will include the initial marketing preparations such as logo design, advertising campaigns, and marketing material development. The third and final phase will consist of beta testing and final marketing preparations before public release. Another important topic to address is the estimated startup costs. We foresee these costs to be minimal with the use of a crowdsourced funding campaign. Crowdsourced funding is the ability to get what will be your end users to donate to your project to provide the initial funding up front. In return, there will be rewards based on their level of donation, We foresee that the initial cost from Hire Solutions will need to be about $15,000 to pay the programmers and graphic designers for their initial work. Once we have a working prototype, a video can be created that shows the concept of the game that we will use on the crowdsource funding site to raise the remaining funds needed. For each level of funds given, there will be corresponding and increasing rewards as discussed previously. These might include receiving an early copy of the game before national public release for the minimum donation. For donors that contribute large amounts, say more than $10,000, this might include their name included in the credits of the game and the ability to sit in on production update meetings. Using this technique will reduce the initial financial risk for both of the parties in the partnership. Resource allocation will be primarily handled by Hire Solutions Finance and Accounting Department, as the employees on the project will be internal. This we foresee as one of the most unique aspects of our company, which gives a great advantage over our competition. Any other details for the game will be provided in future correspondence. Any further action that needs to be taken will be provided in future correspondence between Hire Solutions and Team A.
Thank you, Allyse, for that warm welcome. I'd also like to thank the other contributing members of this presentation, Alberto and Tim, for which none of this could have happened without them. So going into today, you've learned about Zoo Tycoon and some of the things that you need in order to make it operate. They provide to your overall gaming performance, and if you think about it, it is some of the most sought after companies like Blizzard, Zynga, and Ubisoft have made millions over the last decade. They currently in place systems make them some of the world's best. Here is where we can compete. We can surpass all the rest of the ill-equipped companies throughout the gaming network. We will provide a free-to-play, non-subscription based video game with the same technical qualities of games like World of Warcraft, Diablo 3, and even Star Wars: The Old Republic. Where we will make Hire Solutions more profitable is through the in-game purchasing of items, currency, and even pre-built items such as characters. By centralizing the market to just Hire Solution and taking away gold farmers and a market where items can be sold via other characters, we will limit all the purchasing profits to the company itself, Hire Solutions. With this type of control and a formidable marketing strategy, Hire Solutions will permit its globally distributed location with the ability to allow their employees to have the appropriate information readily available at their fingertips. This will be for the ease of distribution to our gamers. This control will directly impact their expenditures from the finance and accounting departments, allowing Hire Solutions to meet its plan for a multi-million-dollar net profit. Because of the limited need for life cycle and only the concentration of true marketing scheme, Hire Solutions will spend very few dollars on their IT department upkeep and expansion, allowing them to prosper and focus on global supremacy. We thank you for your time today. Have a great day.